what we're going to show you is how to do a two switch setup on a door, and no matter what the state of the switches are, if you hit one, if the door is open, it's going to close. If it's closed, it's going to open. Okay, so we have three variables we have to worry about. One is one of the switches is on, one of them's off. They're both off, or they're both on. We're going to cover that with an OR gate, an AND gate, and a NOT gate. Okay, so you'll need 4 splitters for this. You're going to need your 2 circuit breakers, 1 coupler, 1 OR gate, 1 AND gate, 1 NOT gate, and of course your door and your electric tool pack and a power source. For this, I've just hooked up this little lead acid battery cluster, and we're going to pretend that this is the inside of the door and this is the outside, the exterior. And what we'll do here is we're going to build all of our components on the inside of the door, so that way if Joe Schmo wanders up to your base, he can't see your circuitry from the outside. But we're going to start off on the outside because a lot of people will run lights around the outside of their building, and there's it's a good opportunity for a constant power source to tie into if you have that set up already. So we'll go ahead and place down some electrical. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our circuit breakers and we will put them in place. So let's go ahead and put one on this side of the wall, and we're going to put one on this side of the wall. All right, and of course we're going to need our door. The flat side, as you can see, is the inside. So you're going to want to, that's where the circuits are going to connect on this side, and the round side is going to face the outside, so there won't be any wires on this side. So if you place it like that and you open up your tool, your electric tool, you'll see that the inputs are on this side. And since this is the side we want to do a circuit on, this is the side that we want. So we're going to put down some splitters, and we're going to put the splitters, the first one on the outside. Okay, and we can even do the second on the outside if you want to, but I'm going to hide as much as we can. So we'll put it on the inside. All right, and we're going to need some splitters underneath our actual circuit breakers. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one there. Okay. So you should have something that looks like this: circuit breaker with a splitter, circuit breaker with a splitter, and then we have our splitter on the inside and our splitter on the outside. I did offset these just because I want to be able to run the wires in a way that you can see the flow of electricity in the future. All right. So we're going to take our OR gate, our AND gate, and our NOT gate, and I'm going to put them down in that order, top to bottom. It'll make things easy for us. So we're going to do our OR gates. I can place it. I'm going to do these horizontally. And you can make this look as pretty as you want to. I'm kind of just getting them in there. All right. So we got those 3 in, and we're going to need our coupler finally. Coupler's going to take everything after these guys and pass it back into the door as a signal. So you can even take this guy and put him here if you wanted to, because it's going to go directly into that guy. You could even connect that right now if you wanted to. All right, so we're gonna follow the flow of traffic here besides the coupler I just put in. So we're coming out of the battery and we're coming down. Let's come over here. Let's go up. Doesn't need to be the prettiest in the world. But so now we have, let's just pretend these are the lights that you have on the outside of your building, right? So you've split into those, and you're going to take your splitter and you're going to run it, the first one, into the other splitter. I'll do the bottom one here. So I'm going to run it down the wall here just so I can see flow of traffic, because if I just pierce right through the wall, I won't be able to see it later to reference it if something messes up. All right, so we'll take that. We'll just put it here. That way I can see splitter goes from the bottom of that one right into this one. Now this one has as much power as that one had. Okay, it does deduct rather. I don't know what unit of measurement this is. Let's just call it watts or volts. Call it volts. Okay. So from there, this first splitter is also going to feed your door, and it's going to feed your NOT gate. So we'll take this. If you wanted to make it look pretty, you can do something like that. And come back out here, feed your door, right into the red. That's your input. So now you have power to your door. Okay, you can see that it reflects that, bugs out like that. Okay, so and then your third one is going to be for your NOT gate. So we'll just take this over, pass that through, and about right there. So it's going to go right into the red on the NOT gate, which is here. We'll just pass this down. Try to keep these wires kind of separated so it doesn't get confusing. It's already confusing enough, especially if somebody who's not good at electricity. All right, so we got that one into our red. And then we're going to take this guy. We're done with that guy. We're going to take this guy. And we're going to feed, we're only going to need 2 of these outputs. We're going to put one of them directly in this circuit breaker and one of them directly in the other circuit breaker. So we give them power. I'll take this bottom one here, bring it down here, smack it into that one. And we could even take this down here, plug it, and then bring it through right above this one. And now you have a circuit. So from the outside, it's not looking too complicated. Somebody's going to see if you split your power for something. That's about it. All right. All right. So once you get to the circuit breakers, you're going to pass the circuit breaker to the input on both sides. And now we have our flow of power to our splitters. I'm sorry, we're going to pass the power from the circuit breaker to the splitter on both sides. And we're going to take these splitters and we're going to pass 2 legs, so 2 of the outputs, to 2 different things. One of them will go to the OR gate, and one of them will go to the AND gate. So let's just do that now on this one. We'll come down, we'll go up into the OR gate. We'll come down, go up into the AND gate. All right. And from the other side, what I like to do is just go straight down to the bottom, so that way I know those are the ones coming through from the other side. Okay. Pass this up to here, into the OR gate, and then you'll take the second leg, come straight down so we can find it later, and And just to the left of that one is where this one's at. We'll come up and into the AND gate. All right, so now both our OR gate and our AND gate are live. We're going to take, so what this does, the OR gate is going to say like OR. So one of the switches is on and one of them's off, right? That covers that. And the AND gate is, they're both on. And then you got your NOT gate. So if neither of them are on, this is going to cover that. All right, so we're going to take our NOT gate and we're going to go straight to our coupler. And you can do this any kind of pretty way that you would like to. That's not pretty, but it works. And we're going to feed the NOT gate signal right here from the OR gate. Go straight down, over, and in. All right. So now we have the AND gate doesn't have a connection, so we will connect that straight to the coupler as well. Whoops. With some trouble clicking there. All right. So AND gate to the coupler. So that's all you need for the coupler. It's going to go straight into the door, got your signal, and honestly, that is roughly it. You can pass this output out to whatever you want, but I think that is a wrap. So if this guy is off, as it is, you can see here, there's no signal. The door is open, and this guy is off. So if I just switch this to have an input, it'll close it. Because now we're feeding both these, right, all the time. But since we have an OR gate here, it's going to say, well, it's not getting power from one switch, but it is getting power from the other. So that's where the OR gate works. Now with this on and it closed, this is off, we'll turn it on. Now they both have power, but yet the door still opens, or it should open. Uh-oh. The coupler here bugs out sometimes. You see how this is 0 output? So what should be happening is, because you have voltage here, it should be putting output right there. So what I do typically is I'll take this cable and I will destroy it. You know, make a good note of where it comes from. It comes from the AND gate. This happens occasionally. I don't know why. I think it's just a bug in the game. So, knock that in there. Give the ticks a second to catch up. Still not working. Let's take that cable out. Wait for the electrical to catch up here. It's kind of slow in this game for whatever reason. All right. So the NOT gate. I'll try to replace that cable. There we go. NOT gate bugged it out. Hadn't hit any switches yet, so it should be catching up with itself now. Okay, so back to what I was saying. We got one that's on, right? And we got another one that's on. And so the AND gate is taking care of that because both of them are getting passed power from both switches. So then if you come over here, and if you want to test this, you can just keep rotating around. You press this one, you press this one, you press this one, you press this one. So the last one we hit was on the other side. We'll hit this again. Now we got, same as before, we got an off. And we have an on. But yet it's still closed. So what happens if we have both off? Now they're both off. And the NOT gate takes over. Passes up into the input, and then we have voltage coming out of our coupler here. And so if I was inside, no power, they're both off. I ran out, gathered some trees, came back, or just closing the door behind me. How about that? Run off, do my thing, come back, boom, hit it. It opens slowly, eventually. Yep. And there you go. That is your circuit and how to troubleshoot it, kind of. All right, guys, that's it for the video. And as always, we'll see you next time.